Hey guys, we're going to be going to Lord of the Sewers for an even more budget run today. I got some comments on the previous video saying I relied too heavily on Esperfill TMRs and then that I used too many STMRs on Aerith. So we're going to go for a much more budget run today with a 2-turn clear because now she's EX1, which makes this a little bit easier to pull off. So we're going to use the same basic idea. We're going to reflect Holy, but we're not going to use Carbuncle on turn 1. We're using way less Esperfill gear, and we're using no STMRs at all on Aerith. So this is going to be, a 2-turn clear, hopefully very approachable. We're not using Neovisions, etc., except for the 2 free units. So let me go ahead and go over the team real quick. So Mastermind Zahn is going to be important. We're using him to steal a buff, so you got to bring Mastermind Zahn. We geared him for full evasion just so we can survive turn 1. You can also go for bulk if you'd rather. It's just evasion is so easy on him, so it's like, why not? But he's going to be stealing buffs. So we're going to also be using 3 copies of Bonds with the Aeons, which is Isaru's TMR. We're not going to use any copies of Draconian Phoenix TMR, and we're only using a Summer Parasol on Aerith. So this is going to fill the Esper gauge across 2 turns. We're not even going to summon an Esper at all on turn 1, so we only need the Esper gauge filled by the 2nd turn. So with 3 copies of this, it should be very, very easy to do across 2 turns. This is a 4-star TMR from Isaru. Now, if you do have copies of Draconian Phoenix TMR, that's obviously way better. But I'm trying to, lower the budget even further. So that's going to be Zahn stealing buffs. Now, Sylvie is a little bit required for the strategy. She is just so slot efficient at what she does. So we're going to use her again. She does the 30% amplify. She does the break, the imperil, and the stat buff. So she is kind of important. Her gear is not really that important. We just gave her a little bit of bulk because she survives turn 1. And she's using, again, 1 copy of Bonds with the Aeons. These do not stack on the same unit, so make sure you spread them out 1 per unit across 3 different units on your team. She needs to be using her TMR, and it's important that you enhance her. At least enhance all pinned up and hop to the rescue. Those both need to be enhanced for the strategy, so make sure you enhance both of them. Shakira of the Delta Star is going to be here literally for one reason only, and she is only here so that we can get a Beast Killer buff. We're going to steal her 200% magical Beast Killer. Now, it's only for herself, so we're going to use Zahn to steal and spread that. Now, if you want, you can use things like, Rain and Fina, White Dragon Ling, Archmage Kefka, but those are all Neovision options, and I wanted to make it, again, more budget. So this is a only rainbow option for getting a Beast Killer buff. Now, if you are using things like, Rain and Fina, White Dragon Ling, or Archmage Kefka, you can drop the Zahn and Sakura combo and just use them, and it actually opens up a party slot. But from my testing, this clear is good enough the way it is, and it's only using 5-star units. So I figured, okay, we'll go with this option. But that is her only duty, is to bring a buff for us to steal. Reno and Rude are our tag chainers. I mentioned before, you can bring any tag chainers you want. I'm just choosing them because they're currently free from the currently active MOG event. You get them from the MOG event. You buy all their awakening materials and shards from the MOG shop, which is, I think, in like Wall Street Market or something. You get there from the menu. But yeah, they're just a tag chainer. That is their only purpose, is to tag chain. They're doing nothing else. And I should have mentioned, Shakira is using the 3rd copy of Bonds with the Aeon. So, 3 copies across the team will get our Esper gauge filled by turn 2 if you're also using the same gear on Aerith. But anyway, Reno and Rude, again, no special, nothing special here. Just a little bit of bulk so he survives turn 1. And here's our Aerith. No STMRs at all. We have dropped her to the bottom of the budget. Okay, so the gear we're using this time is Summer Parasol, and here is my Item World enhancement. So just Spirit, as much Spirit as you can. You can replace this with like a better. If you've got STMR staves, they're way better. But keep in mind, this is giving 1 Esper fill per turn. So if you do replace this with a better staff, make sure you get the Esper fill from another source, because we do need the Esper filled by turn 2. This is an event shield. Any shield you want is fine. If you've got like, Sacred Shield Charlotte's STMR. If you've got Sylvie's STMR, those are great as well. This one was given free, so I'm going with this one. This is a 4-star TMR from Freeze. Again, there's way better options like Dark Thena's STMR, Wilhelm's STMR, etc. This is an event item. It's just a good hat with Spirit and lots of MP on it. Another good option would be Dressy Ayaka's STMR. Would be a good option here if you had a better option, but we're going budget. This was free from an event. Mog Beach Ball is just a good Spirit and MP TMR from Thumberfina and Lid. Better options would be like the Aerith's STMR, the old Aerith. This is a 3-star TMR that allows her to equip Light Shield if you're going with a shield build. You have to use her TMR or her STMR. That's really important. This is the TMR. If you wait to do the strategy until you get her EX2 and she's wearing her STMR, then you can skip this. We're giving her the Miracle Magic. This is a free materia from just doing the MP quest. If you don't have this, good replacements are like what's his name? Prince Larsa, the 5 stars TMR. It gives 50% MP. I put a video out yesterday how to get Beastkiller Plus very easily. If you don't have this yet, go watch yesterday's video on how to get it. And then this is the only one that's no real direct replacement. This is from an event from like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. It's really recent. Hopefully everyone got this. If you happen to skip Universe Eater, a replacement would be like Barbarish's TMR. That's a permanent item. It's a little bit less killer, but depending on the rest of the gear, it could be fine. And then your best Spirit or MP Vision card you have. This is FaZe's Vision card. You could also use Yoshikiri's. You could use Summer Beach Beauties. Another budget option would be like, what's her name? The other Neovision Aerith's Vision card. But just grab your best MP or Spirit Vision card. So hopefully this is much more budget. Oh yeah, and one more comment I got was I was using like 3-star maxed out Bahamut. This time we're going with Ifrit because it's a little bit cheaper. It's a little bit. If you do have a maxed out Bahamut, that's better. But if your Bahamut is not maxed out, then Ifrit is a good budget option. And the last thing I should mention is you need to make sure that her Holy is enhanced to +2. I saw some comments in the past saying it wasn't doing as much damage. Why is it so weak? You got to enhance it. Make sure you enhance her Holy to +2. Okay, let's go in here and get a 2-turn clear in using a much more budget option team. Alright, so turn 1, Sylvie is going to... Alright, so there's the Esper Gauge. The Esper Gauge was auto-filled to 4 out of 10. We should get a few drops when we tag chain on turn 1, and then it'll get filled by at least 4 more next turn, and that'll fill the Esper Gauge by turn 2. And again, we're going with the lowest amount of Esper fill I thought we could realistically fit to get it on turn 2. But anyway, Sylvie is going to triple cast. We're going to do all eggs in one basket on Aerith. Now this is important to cast on Aerith for this strategy because it gives a 30% single target light amplify. Now, if your Aerith's gear is really powerful, you can use this to, for example, entrust Steiner and fill his LB and use him instead of Carbuncle for reflecting. But then Aerith would get a weaker amplify. If your gear is strong, that's fine. But if your gear is not the best, then we're going to use that on Aerith for the 30% amplify to her. We're going to hop to the rescue on Aerith, and then we're going to Glitter Egg to Imperil. And one more thing I wanted to mention is Aerith is now EX1. This is kind of important as well. If you're watching the video today, you got the free login reward. She can now be EX1 for free. So that is a little bit important to the booster stats because this strategy is going to be kind of on the edge of enough damage because we're going so budget. If your gear is better, it'll be, a much easier clear. But this clear is just barely enough to do it on turn 2. And I had to wait till today to do it to get her EX1 for that tiny amount of stat bonus. Anyway, Sakura is going to do... we're going to quadcast. We're going to do the Beastkiller buff. And then we're just going to do some stuff to buff herself up for mitigation. This is for herself. We're just going to mitigate. We're going to use her cooldowns. We're going to do a defense and spirit buff. And then just, whatever. Doesn't really matter what else you do for the most part. We just want her to survive turn 1. Because in my clear yesterday, I actually let Kefka die, and then someone pointed out that was one less person to reflect on, so it was actually a damage loss. So try to make your whole team survive for more damage. Anyway, Mastermind Zahn is now going to Reflector. We're going to Critical on Secure for that killer. We're going to Survival on Secure, just for any buffs you might have copied. And then we're going to Projected Mirror to share that killer with Aerith. Now, because we didn't have a chance to summon Carbuncle yet, we're not going to Reflect Holy this turn. We're going to use her to just normal cast Holy one time on the boss, and we're going to cap that this time. And then Reno and Rude in the Shift form. I started them in Shift to save a click, but they didn't need me in the Shift form. We're going to Quadruple and then one of the tag chains. Doesn't really matter which one. Okay, so we're going to send Aerith, and when you see the little ball of Holy dropping from the sky, wait like half a second more, and then send your tag chainers. So we're going to send Aerith. We're going to wait as Holy drops. Wait. Send. And that should cap nicely. Okay. I actually ran a test run. That's actually more damage than I usually do. That was a very good variance roll. Normally, Aerith does about 42%, and the boss is at about 58% this turn. So if you do less damage on turn 1, don't panic. My average damage is about 42% on the first turn with this build. That was a really high. I've never seen it that high. That was a very good variance roll. But this turn, we're going to be using Carbuncle. So even though we're going to be doing, even though we need to do more damage, we're going to Reflect this time. It's going to do a lot more damage. So we're totally fine here. So now the Esper Gauge is filled all the way. We got four crystals from Bonds with the Aeons on turn 1, 4 more on turn 2, and we got a couple of drops while tag chaining. If, for some reason, well, we're going to go ahead and use Sylvie to Elixir our Aerith and fill her back up. Now, if, for example, you like your Esper Gauge is at like 9 out of 10 or something, you can use Zahn to Reflect or Catch Me If You Can, and then triple cast AR. And this would get you some more crystal drops right here, or Esper drops. And now your Esper Gauge will absolutely be filled by this time. So now we're going to use Sakura to summon Carbuncle and Reflect the party. So we're going to go ahead and reload Aerith, but this time we're going to target our own team. We'll go ahead and target Zahn, doesn't really matter who. So we'll target Zahn, and we're going to bounce Holy, and we're going to cap it this time. So we're going to bounce Holy. Wait. Extend the chainer. And this should cap and finish off the boss. There it is. Okay. So there was a significantly more budget way to do the boss. Yeah, we did 1.1 billion. The boss has 1.5. So we actually did like 70% damage on that second cast with the Reflection. And we did like, between 40 to 45 on turn 1. So the total damage we did across 2 casts, yeah, we did 1.8 billion, and like I said, that nuke on turn 1, I've never seen it that high. That was like the absolute god tier variance roll. I've never seen it that high. But she always kills by about 1.6 billion. So this very, very budget run is should always get you with this team. So we used no STMRs, we used no Neos, we only used 5 stars. And then the 2 free units, Reno and Rude and Aerith. So just one more time, real quick recap. On Ifrit for 75% Beast Killer Plus, make sure Beast Killer Plus is learned. Enhanced +2 Holy on Aerith. And here is the gear again. You want to gear for Spirit, MP, and Beast Killer. We had a total of Magical Beast Killer, 225%. That's 75 Ifrit, 75 Beast Killer Plus, 75 Universe Eater. Now, if you didn't have Universe Eater, again, we could have used Barbaricious Spirit. This is a permanent TMR. You'd lose 25% killer, but as you saw, we overkilled by a decent amount, so it would have still been totally fine if you happened to have skipped that event. Okay, so there was my re-budgeter clear for Lord of the Sewers. See you next time.